right, so we're going to shoot the breeze here. Tonight we're going to review the SU-85i, and I'm kind of frustrated because I actually did a full review of this tank already yesterday. And I have a new, as you'll notice, the Bandicam logo is gone. I actually went out and purchased Bandicam, and I updated to the latest version. Well, for whatever reason, the latest version does not work at all on my new computer. So what I ended up with was spending 3 or 4 hours doing a review of this, and then also the T28 prototype, and also some Spin Tires episodes, and I lost all of them. So I am sad and a little defeated right now. But I did go back to the original version of Bandicam, which is what I was using before, and just registered that version. Thankfully, I had downloaded it and kept it in my downloads folder, and since that version works, I'm just going to continue to use that version forever, as far as I'm concerned, until it won't work anymore. So there's that story. The second story I'd like to jibber-jab about a little bit is this tank and its status as a currently premium shop-only tank. It is not available in the in-game store. There is some speculation about that. Some people are saying, well, it's going to be one of those tanks that never make it to the in-game store. It's only going to be available for a while in the gift shop, and then it's going to be gone, like the Type 62 or some of these other tanks that they put in there and then pulled. I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about that. It's possible, because usually what happens is if it's going to go in the in-game store, they release it for one patch, and then when the next patch comes out, it goes into the store, into the in-game store. Well, that didn't happen. We've gone through a patch and a half now, and we're still not in the in-game store. But that doesn't mean a whole lot. It could go either way. The other thing that's kind of strange about this tank that might point to that is the fact that it is so expensive for a Tier 5 tank. It's literally almost double the cost of any other Tier 5 premium tank. And I got to say, right on the outset, the performance does not justify the cost. Is this better than some of the Tier 5 premiums? I think this tank is a heck of a lot better than, say, the T14 or the Excelsior in some ways, though it's different. It's obviously a tank destroyer. The gun's a little better, does a lot more damage. Pound for pound, you're going to do more damage with this tank. However, I make a lot more money in battles with the Excelsior and with the T14. In fact, I'd say probably sometimes double the amount of money if I do well. And so this is not a great money maker. So I'm kind of curious as to why they think it's worth double almost the cost of the other Tier 5 premiums. And when really, you know, the Matilda 4, the Matilda BP, the Ram 2, the Chinukai, they're all, you know, the T25, they all cost half that price and offer, in some cases, much better performance. So it's interesting. That may point to the fact that it might be an exclusive tank. Maybe they're just going to have this for a couple months and then take it out. It's not really that great of a tank, so I don't see the exclusivity being anything other than they just want to be exclusive, but you know, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I'm interested to see how this pans out. My personal thought is that it is going to end up in the in-game store eventually, and I think that the reason why the price is more expensive is because, folks, I have a bad feeling, but I think I'm right on this, that Wargaming is going to start charging more for these Tier 5 tanks. So right now it's cheap, but in the near future, you know, any premium Tier 5 tanks that are coming out are going to be more expensive, like to the tune of $12 or $13. In the long run, what is that, 2 meals at McDonald's? 1 meal at a decent restaurant, you know. So is it that expensive? $13 is not that expensive for a tank, but if you're used to paying $6, well, yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the review portion. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be doing this tonight, and then I'm also going to have to redo the T28 review I did last night. Dag nabbit. But that's okay. I can play some, so we'll have fun. The SU-85i. So as I've already kind of done a little spoiler here, it is not a Tier 5 SU-122-44. You cannot get real aggressive with this tank. It's got a slow traverse. It's not very agile. Fairly low penetration for a tank destroyer. It's the lowest one, I think, that I've found on Tier 5. The other one, the next closest one is going to be the Wolverine with 128. This one has 119. While that's not horrible, because it's a tank destroyer, you're going to be firing over distances, maybe let's say 200 meters or so, if you're playing it safe. And that penetration, of course, gets reduced as the bullet travels. So you're going to find that you're going to bounce a lot of shots. And also, the gun is not very accurate. I've been kind of shocked at how inaccurate this gun is. Many times the bullets just disappear. So you fire a shot and nothing happens, and you're like, wait, where did it go? And you fire it again and nothing happens. And so it's not unheard of to... Sorry, my phone keeps going off, and so now I'm completely thrown off track. But anyway, those are the downsides of the gun. Inaccurate and semi-low penetration, though it's not horrible. It's really kind of one of the higher ones for the Tier 5 premiums. In fact, it may be the highest one. So there's that. On the good side about the gun, it's about a 3-second reload. So you can do 160, 170 damage a hit with this gun. And that is pretty incredible. It actually, puts out some serious damage. So you can kill something pretty quickly. And every 3 seconds you're firing. So in that sense, it's a good DPM tank. The other thing that's really good that I've noticed about this tank is that the camouflage really allows you to hide. And since the premium tanks didn't get the nerf that some of the regular tanks got with the bigger guns, you stay hidden. And that's a big benefit. I've been in a bush and firing away and not been spotted for quite some time. So the camouflage is still working in full order on this tank. And if you have a good crew, and you can see my crew here, I've got 3 100% camouflages and an 82% camouflage plus, 6 cents. This is the crew that runs my 122-44, and they also ride along in the SU-100Y, so they get a lot of experience. And so I've been playing this with a great crew. Now, the first 20 or 30 battles I played with this, I really struggled to find its place. Like I said, it's not you can't aggress with this tank or be an aggressor. You kind of have to hang back and play patiently and kind of keep your distance. It really is a sniper tank, and it's kind of frustrating because the gun kind of limits what you're going to do, and therein lies the quandary. But it can be a really good tank, and I've had a couple really, really good battles with it and a bunch of just okay battles. So let's take a look at the stats. 380 hit points, that's average for a Tier 5 tank destroyer. 300 horsepower engine, 50 kilometer speed limit, but you don't reach that very easily. This tank is not fast by any means. It's not slow, but it definitely is a little bit sluggish. It's not quick. So in some ways that's good though, because it keeps you out of trouble. You're going to be falling to the back, and that's where you need to be anyway. Decent traverse speed, 48. It's not real fast. If you get circled, you're in trouble, but it's enough to keep up with most tanks. I had an M7 circling me the other day, and I did get I missed one shot because he stopped and I kept turning, but I did get a hit or two on him before a Hellcat around the corner took me out. So I almost killed the dude. I just, and that was in a close encircling situation. So not much armor to speak of. 60 on the front, 30 on the sides, 50 on the back. So your back and front are actually the strongest parts of the tank. That's kind of good news if you have a little tank like a scout or something scoot around behind you. You have better chance of deflecting a shot. He's going to want to shoot you in the back, but really he should be trying to shoot you in the sides, and so he's going to go for your back, and that's good because you have a little bit more armor back there, but it's not great still. And of course it's all weak all over here. Any flat spots are bad news. Unlike the SU-85 or the SU-122, you have a lot of flat spots on the front too, so you're going to take some hits through the front of the tank. It's not great. But that being said, I like it. So we have a 44 gun traverse. The gun depression is non-existent like all Russian tanks. It's not horrible, but it's not good either. I mean, you definitely don't have good gun depression. The actual stats of the gun, we have an average penetration of 119. You can boost that to 161 with your APCR. The HE is really not worth mentioning, but the average damage is 160 for both the ACPR and the armor piercing. And that it hurts at Tier 5. That's a pretty good hit. So especially when you can fire every 3 seconds, you can do some capital damage from a good sniping spot. But unfortunately, the way World of Tanks is going lately, they're kind of removing all the sniping spots from the maps. So it's going to be harder and harder to survive in one of these and find good spots to do your killing. And that sucks, but it's just how the game is going. So 330 view range, it's not anything to write home about. That's kind of average for, you know, a tank, a tank destroyer that has no open top. You know, if we look at the Wolverine, we're at 370, and then you add binocs and all that stuff, and you're looking a lot further. But this tank, I've done the gun rammer and the gun laying drive and a camo net. I feel like the camouflage is more important than the binocs. So, and it's working because this tank stays very well hidden. So, radio range, normal, good. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the stats, and then we'll take this guy for a run. Okay. Definitely not my best premium. After 40 battles, I have a flat 50% win rate. 381 experience per battle. It's not very good. I do have my mastery badge in it, so that means I'm doing, you know, at least for one day, I did really good. Maximum damage, I did over 2,000. But my average damage is about 64. It's not good, but it's not great. Like I said, that experience is fairly low. Like, even if you look at my Chinukai, which I suck at, with 41 battles, I got a 54% win rate, 546 average experience. That tells you right there, this tank costs half as much, yet I do better in it with a better win rate and much higher experience per battle, so I'm making way more money with this tank than I am with this one. It just, why does this thing cost twice as much? I don't know. It's a mystery. So let's go ahead and run it. All right, one of the things that I failed to mention is that this tank gets preferential matchmaking. So you will not see tier 7. You're only going to see tiers 5 and 6. Unfortunately, the first battle of the night is a tier 6. Now, I will say, in the times that I've played it, most of my battles have been tier 5. But for whatever reason, when I go to do a review, they're going to put me on tier 6, which I'm not very happy about, because this tank is going to really suffer at this tier. Well, we got Rabbit over here. I don't even know where to go. I suppose I should go island, maybe? Nobody went islands. Wow. 230-45. Easy pickings, right? Not. So we're going to just... unfortunately, as you can see, there's absolutely no cover anymore over here, so I'm totally spotted, and... yeah, it's a shot in the dark, but... he's already passed there. You know that guy is... this guy's gonna need help. Oh. What the heck is that guy doing? Watch. Yeah! Caught him on fire. Oh, no, the other guy did. I just got a little hit on him. Really? Come on, guys. Stop the cap. And, of course, this is really bad positioning for me. I should not be doing this, but what are you going to do? I got to help this guy. Oh, my gosh. These guys are everywhere. Get your gun down. And I'm all by myself. Yep. Well, I'll try to keep these guys lit up. The steward's going to have a hard time penning me. Somebody else can see me, though, too, so that's not good. I need to back down. Come on, guys. Oh, boop, spotted. So I'm not much of a force here. And of course we're losing. Our team all went the other way and they're all dying. It's like me and one other tank here and they're beating us. Gosh darn it. Alright. Can I hit that dude? Oh, nope, I don't need to, because they did. Okay, well. Yeah, winging shots in this tank does not work. There's not nearly enough accuracy to wing a shot. As I would try to wing a shot. Well, better late than never, right? At least I got 2 shots off this game. Not, you know, I'm actually considering what we're up against. I'm not doing too bad. Ah, come on, let me get a shot in. Jeez. Aim time's not great on this tank, and once again, 100% crew. Some of my guys have brothers in arms, so it's not like they're like lacking, but it takes some time to aim this tank. Wow, I thought we were going to lose this one, but it sucks for them that their Jackson was AFK. Yeah, there goes a complete miss from full aim. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. So we're at about 250 meters here, maybe 200 meters, and nope, it's completely whiffed a shot. And I'm not going to push because I don't really want to die, and there's no really reason to, so. So really not a bad tier 6 game. You know, you got to play it low, and I did do some damage to some of the tier 6 tanks, and that's good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets in tier 6, so. And there you go. Miserable winnings. Not bad experience. That was doubled, though, or fippled or whatever. Yeah, 434. Yeah. Not bad, though. That was above my average. 386 damage. I did get a kill. I don't remember that, but okay. So, yeah. All right, let's run another one. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a tier 5 battle, but I don't know. I mean, it all depends on the map, so off we go. Yeah, World of Tanks is just not going to cooperate with me tonight, so okay, whatever. I'm playing in a tier 6 match. I feel sorry for this T40, actually. He's, out of all of us, he's going to have a rough time of it, so. SU-85 is a pretty good tank. Alright. So I'm going to go up to here. I mean, this is not the greatest idea, but... Do they have artillery? There's one artillery. So hopefully I'm going to get some backup. Yeah, and there's some heavies rolling down this way, so I just want to sit here and snipe. I don't want to be... You know, once again, the nice thing about this tank is that I have that sixth sense, so 3 or 4 seconds after I'm spotted, I know I'm spotted. To me, that's kind of useless, but it's better than not knowing at all, so... Got a lot of heavies over here. Might be too much. Whoa, 2 KV2s. Man, those are like our big guys. Okay. I don't think they need to hold. They need to push. You need to push. Okay, well, we're going to go this way then. Because obviously that's way covered more than it needs to be. Maybe I can get some shots off over here. Our Churchill one just bit it. Alright, so well, I don't know why my gun just totally dropped down, but I'm not spotted yet. Our SU-85 is getting hits from invisible tanks somewhere. And so is our Jackson. I love that. T-49. And boink, I broke his track. Hopefully somebody will hit him. But it might have to be me. Yeah. And like I said, yeah, that's a pretty nice hit. You know what I mean? Doing that much damage in one hit, you can do some damage. Oh, now they're coming. Here comes the KV. And of course the base cap. Even though there's like guys sitting right there, how do they not be? Yeah. Who's afraid of the KV-1S? The KV-1S. The KV-1S. Who's afraid of the K? Oh. That SU-100. Blah! Yeah, it was stupid of me. Okay, well, that happens too in Tier 6 battles. I think we'll run one more because I really... I hate to leave like that. And so that's one of the things I'm talking about. This tank is... Oh, it's a draw. It's a hard thing to... I have to actually play it for a while to get into it. It's not easy just to roll into this tank. And you saw that I made a bad move. I went up on top of the hill and got completely demolished in like 2 seconds. So when a Hellcat can do 90% of your damage in one hit, it's not a good thing to be in Tier 6. So here you can see the it did 481 damage. That's better than the last battle, but somehow that ended up equaling less experience. Go figure. All right, next battle. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. It's a Tier 5 battle. Not my favorite map for tank destroying, but we could do okay on here. Hopefully. The ping's okay, Ryan. We're good.
Yeah, but it's not updating.
We're trying to get my laptop back up and working. I had a problem with XVM that completely crushed my World of Tanks install, and I'm reinstalling it on my laptop. And I was concerned that my ping would be through the roof, but it's not bad, so. For some reason, the living room computer goes to 999 whenever we update, so. Thankfully, this one doesn't. Yeah, so we're going to travel over here to the Maze of Death. I'll probably hang in the back for a little bit and let the tanks get engaged and then move in and try to get some kills. Some sweet sniping positions. Yeah. They're already running across people. There's some stumps and logs to get tangled on. This is not the greatest position. Wow, they're really not coming up through here at all. Oh. And we just lost our T-28. And they've lost their artillery. That guy's name is our clan name, CS72. I'm CS7AO. Wonder if he's related to us in any way. Maybe his name is Charles Stevens 7. The 7th. Okay, well. I mean, this is like clear sailing all the way. Whoops, there's a friend. Yep, and he's just realizing he's gonna. No, he's smart. He didn't. I thought he'd come back and try to hit me, but instead he's gonna get killed by somebody else, and I'm okay with that. Put some hurt on here. Whoa. Okay, out into the. Not good. Not good. I think the Panzer 3-4 might be AFK. And he's disappearing. But he's dead. DW2. He's going to put a stop to us, so he thinks. I'm just going to stop him dead in his tracks. Yeah, right through that front square plate. He doesn't know to shoot at me because I'm the biggest, whoops, bounce threat, maybe? Mm-hmm. Goodbye. finally a good battle. Jeez. Got some action going here. Had 2 tier 6 battles where I wasn't very effective, but now still a lot of big tanks up there. You know what? Make them come to us. We're going to put the pressure on. This is going to make them screw up, if anything. It's going to give us... I don't think they can do anything anyway. They just lost their biggest tank, the BDR. So we'll get some cap points. Yep, and their artillery is right over here. I don't think he can see me, so he won't be able to hit me, but the Lee's going to kill him before we actually cap. I know, I'm going for the boring route, but... I mean, I guess I could... Dagnabbit. Okay, now my ping is going through the roof. That Ryan's game must be updating, but that's okay, so I'll just stay in the cap. Okay, cool. So that was a much better battle, and you know, I want to say that is more characteristic of the SU-85. That's usually how the battles feel to me. So the other two, maybe because they were tier 6, I just wasn't performing. Now I'm done better. Definitely not the best on the team, though. But that's okay. It's a tank destroyer. It's not meant to be in the front line. So yeah, that brings us to the question then. Is it really worth double what the other tier 5 premiums are asking? No, not at all. Is it a good tank destroyer? Absolutely. And the gun, like you saw, I mean, when you hit hard, but it does bounce shots off the front of a flat plate of a DW2. Come on, I mean, really? But it happens. So if you can put up with the somewhat inaccurate and bouncy gun, it's not a bad tank. It just is. It is what it is. It's a tank destroyer, tier 5. I don't understand the reasoning for the pricing. I don't think it's worth double the other tanks. But if you're like me and you like to collect the tanks and you don't necessarily care about the cost, I should probably, because we never have any money, but for $13, I've already gotten way more than 2 or 3 hours of fun out of it. I mean, honestly, if my wife and I go to Starbucks, it's $10, and that's 5 minutes of coffee enjoyment with 2 hours of buzz. So I think money wise, this has definitely given me more than 2 hours of a happy buzz from coffee, so it's worth it. I just have to kind of look at it like that, because I know otherwise you get outraged. Oh, $13 for that. Oh, how can you pay for that? It's just a tank. But, the truth of the matter is really it's not much money. So, yeah, I think it was worth it. But, honestly, if you can wait till it goes on sale, if it does go on sale. But then again, now you're running the risk, because if, like what I said at the beginning of the video is true, this tank may not be available in 2 or 3 months. They might just pull it and make it one of those tanks that you can't get anymore. There's a lot of talk that that's going to be what happens with this tank. So I don't know. It'll achieve legendary status without necessarily the tank itself actually being legendary. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. And don't forget to go over to my Luckies videos and look up the SU-85i contest. And be sure to leave a comment there and subscribe, so that you can have a chance to win one of these. Because like I said, I'm going to be giving away one of these tanks on the 19th of July, 2014. So this is your chance to get one. Be one of the people that signs up, and you may be a lucky winner. So anyway, have a great night. Bye.